I'm Philip Palmer. This is my 1972 Mazda RX3 10A rotary. I've owned the car 33 years and it's my first car. I bought it when I was 16 before I could drive and restored it, and here it is today.
What made you, I mean, a lot of people get their first car and you sell it and you always think, oh, I always regret selling your first car, right? What made you keep it?
So we was a Mazda dealer. My dad was a Mazda dealer and we had an engine for one. My love is the rotary engine. So I've learned how to build rotary engines through this car.
And did you ever have an RX-7 then, or is always this one?
No, so I've got a twin turbo Mazda RX7, which is actually Mazda's press release car from 1992. And I keep that, but I couldn't bring that today because I can't drive two cars together.
No, exactly. No, I'm glad you brought this one though. These are really rare though, aren't they?
Yes, they're down to single figures. There's not very many. I think there's currently 4 or 5 taxed in the UK at the moment, so it's very rare.
And tell me your name and a bit about your car.
Okay, my name's Clive and Phil. The car really came from, I started at 15 as a Mazda apprentice. So I was doing pre-delivery inspections on these. Owned this one now for 19 years.
Wow.
Found it inside of a house. It was a Mazda dealer down in Bristol. Didn't want to sell it. He'd stopped driving. He had a big house and we'd all do it. I'll have that room as my garage. And it preserved the car. So it came about, like a lot of things, as a chance conversation. His son used to rally RX3s,
Right.
and it just went from there. I race an RX8 as well, which I'll come to in a minute.
Right.
And this is not a restoration like Phillips. It's not a restoration, never been welded. Just a chance find. The heat from the house had preserved the car.
Right.
And the only thing that really had gone was the paint. The paint had died. So the car is literally just a repaint. The plastics were still on all the interior when I bought it. Nobody had ever sat in the other seats. But yeah, I mean, it's a car that's used. I've taken it around Goodwood for Mazda.
Wow.
Donington, Castle Combe. I use it. We've taken it out to Holland for rotary shows out there. And then the flip side is I do actually race an RX8. So whilst this has got 110 brake horsepower,
That's right. Yep.
I race an RX7 engined RX8 in Thunder Saloons that's got 510 horsepower.
Wow.
And I enter that as a 1300cc against all the big V8s and everything else.
But they always had smaller capacity anyway, did they?
Yeah.
So how difficult, seeing that these are so rare and that they're so specialist, how difficult is it to look after them and run them and maintain them?
Been super reliable. Still, it staggers me that every electric on the car still works, even the clock still works, and it's never failed. You know, a lot of modern day cars you have electrical issues now, you know, and this, I can't get any parts for it. That's the downside. There's just nothing. I mean, I'm linked up with people all around the world and there's just nothing available out there.
So when you restored your car, how did you go about doing that then?
So I basically, we had a lot of parts still from when we was a Mazda dealer, and I've purchased parts over the years from different parts of the world, but as Clive said, now we're stuck for parts. We really are, yeah.
Is there anybody remanufacturing them or anything like that?
There are some companies in Australia, yeah, but Clive actually runs a parts company, Mazda Parts, for the more modern cars, and when his race car, Racing Beat Europe.
So I'll take that off you. Tell me this, is there, I mean obviously here they're quite rare.
Yes.
I know for example in Southeast Asia they're quite big, they're very popular, there's still a few of these running around. Are there anywhere else in the world where these got big following apart from Japan?
You say there's still a lot running around. I was asked to show this at the NEC 5 years ago, and there was a guy there with a Cosworth collection on the Ford stand, and he fell in love with the car. He still rings me up every now and again because he has searched the planet to try and buy one. And a lot of these, and it's also because it's a rotary. They made piston versions of these.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So that was an
818.
818,
Clive
and this was a 929.
Right.
A lot of the cars that appear to be out there are not rotary.
They're not rotary. No, you're absolutely right. Actually, the ones I'm referring to are probably not rotary, but they were 929s. Yeah, I remember. In the Middle East, they were very popular as well.
Fake them.
Right. Yeah.
There's a
Put the
big
badges
following,
on
big
them.
rotary following with these cars in Australia.
Yeah.
But they're all modified, so there's none that are
Right.
very well, probably a
Apart
handful that
from-
are standard.
Yeah.
Phillips is standard, and this one's standard apart from the wheels, and that was only because when it was apart, being painted, the wheels got stolen.
All right.
So I had to put something on it.
Oh dear. Okay. So let me know about your parts business and where people can find you. Is it a club or something?
Yeah, we run Mazda Rotary Club anyway. Philip runs a YouTube channel,
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
which is Racing
So
Beat.
subscribe then.
That's right, subscribe, yeah, Racing Beat Europe.
Racing Beat Europe, which
Yeah, motorsport.
is all of our racing exploits from. I've won 3 championships with it.
Wow, awesome.
People say they're unreliable. I think I'm on 86 races now with 1 strip down.
Wow.
So it's more reliable than the Fords and Chevys and all sorts.
Formula One, I was going to say.
Yeah, more reliable than Formula One.
Thanks a lot, guys. Wonderful to talk to you. Have a great show.
Thank you.
A big shout out and thanks to Jay Williams over at Air Technic, who are top tier sponsors of Brown Car Guy. Check them out at Air Technic Co UK for exhausts, brakes, suspension and body kits. Plus our other major sponsor, Nayagen Solutions. Much appreciation also to tier 4 sponsors, Muhammad Ali Humaid, Tom Conway Gordon and Reza Adil. And of course all these other guys who supporting on Patreon. Brown Car Guy is eternally grateful. Hey, think about joining them over at patreon.com Brown Car Guy. If you can't, don't worry. Just make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel and website. Plus follow on social media by searching for Brown Car Guy.